November, week 3, math, 3rd grade, lesson 1. Area split into 2 areas. Using your squared paper, we're going to draw a rectangle. And I'd like to do a rectangle that is 10 inches, 10 centimeters tall, and let's do 4 centimeters wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back up and make the top. Double check that it's 10 centimeters long. Tall. Grayson, since those are not complete squares at the bottom, we're not going to use that bottom part because those are not centimeters. So we're going to stop there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll just go one up from there. Okay, buddy? Because down there at the bottom, that's just sort of a little bit of extra space. Now you're going to cut it out carefully because you're going to be using the paper again. Once you've cut it out, glue it in your book. Math book? Oh, okay, go get them.
And I don't have 2 pieces of paper.
You only have one piece. Okay, here's another one. Then, next to it, glue. You should have 2 of these. These have formula on them. Glue it next to your rectangle. And then I'd like you to ignore this top part, okay, and go to the second line where there's the first little set of parentheses there, and write what we have in this rectangle. You guys remember what it was? It was 10 times what?
4.
4, okay. So we're going to put 4 times 10, like that. Yep.
Is this algebra? Yes. Yeah, it's algebra.
And now you're going to make, on your same piece of paper, a rectangle that is only 2 long, but it's 4 wide. So that's easy, right? Count 1, 2, and then 2 tall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2, and then 4. Cut it out.
Misha cats.
Notice that I'm gluing it right under the other one. And then on that second line, do you see the other set of parentheses, the second set? We're going to write this guy, and it's 4 times 2. Now up at the top here, we can write the formula for this whole thing that we made. Okay, because we have 2 parts, but they make one big one, don't they? So this is 10 plus 2 more. What's that?
12.
So up here we're going to write 4 times 10 plus 2. So put a 4, and that already has a times. And then for that really long length, we're going to put 10. And for that shorter length that we added, we're going to put 2. And there's a plus sign in the middle already. So 4 times 10 plus 2 for this whole thing. Okay. So 4 times 10 plus 2 is 4 times 10 plus, excuse me, let's start again. 4 times 10 plus 2 is the same as 4 times 10, right? Plus 4 times 2, which is, okay, what is this one? Yeah, skip turn to 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, right? 10, 20, 30, 40. So for this guy, it's 40. Put that right there. 40. Now, what about the 4 times 2? What's that? 2, 4, 6, 8. Put that in that bottom guy and then put it there. Equals 40 plus 8, which is what?
48.
48. So all of a sudden, 4 times 10 plus 2 became pretty easy because we split it. And we said 4 times, and then 10 plus 2 is the same as 4 times 10 plus 4 times 2, which is 40 plus 8. Nice and easy, right? We're going to do it again with a slightly harder. I'm going to make it a little bit harder. Okay?
Too hard.
Nah, that wasn't so bad. All
It
right?
was pretty bad.
Take your second piece of paper.
Go to a clean page.
Yep, new sheet of paper. And we're going to draw a rectangle that's 10 long, 10 high again. But this time we're going to be 7 wide.
Yeah, 10 wide.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Much bigger this time. Mm-hmm. After you've made it, after you've drawn it, cut it out. And remember, double count. Make sure it's 10 long and 7 wide. 7. And glue it in your book.
This is glued.
And then take your second little formula sheet, glue it next to it.
Formula.
Go to that second line, not the top one, don't worry about that yet. And we're going to write what this rectangle is, 7 times 10.
10.
So you in the first set of parentheses, put 7 times 10. Now go back to your squared paper, and this time draw a 7 times 9.
7.
7 wide again, but 9. 1, 2. I'll put it here so everybody can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then it's the same width. 7. Seven times 9. Cut it out when you're sure that it's the correct size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm not sure if we just cut. Do you want to?
You very sure that I'm right. You very sure that I'm right.
Go ahead and glue it under your other one to make one big one, like I'm doing, like that, okay?
You think it's giants?
Oh, glue it above it. If you don't, if you don't have room underneath it, like I do, if you glued it lower, just glue it above it.
Choo ba ba.
Where'd my glue go? There it is.
You could use mine.
That's okay, I found it. Thank you.
So use mine. Intestines.
Okay, you now have a very big rectangle, don't you?
Yes.
Let's write down what this one is in the second set of parentheses on that second line.
Can't
See a
wait.
little spot? And we're going to put 7 times 9. Did you all do that?
7, 9. Gideon hasn't done it.
Gideon, I'm waiting for you to glue this in your book and write the
Got to
two
do your
rectangles.
formula.
Your
Like
formula.
SpongeBob's formula.
Okay, while we're waiting for Gideon, let's talk about the whole thing, right? We know how wide the whole thing is. It's what?
7.
7. So put that right up here at the top. The first thing is 7 times. And then our first part was 10. So we're going to put 10 over here. And our second part was 9. Yeah, altogether it's 19. 7 times 19. But we're splitting it into 10 and 9. Why? Because 7 times 19 is hard, right? That's hard to figure out. But we can do 7 10s and 7 9s. That's not hard. We know our 10s. And we know our 9s. Okay? So 7 times 10 plus 9 is the same as 7 times 10
Yes, we do.
plus 7 times 9. You guys get it?
Yeah.
So let's do 7 times 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So right under the 7 times 10 there's a space. Put 70 for that one. Now we just have to figure out this one. 7 times 9. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63. 63. And now we just have to figure out what 70 plus 63 is. I think it'd probably be a good idea for us to do an algorithm. And line up your units and tens. And then one of you can walk us through it. Grayson,
7
no, always do your units first, Grayson.
0 plus 6 is how
0 plus 3 is 3. Speak as loud as you can. And can you come forward? Good. That way the kids can hear you in the video. Okay. So he said 0 plus 3 is 3.
And 7 plus 6 is 13. So we do 1, 2, 3.
Okay. And the 1 has to go in the hundreds. Okay.
Yeah, I got it right.
So down here, 133 square units. You can label this one 70, this guy is 70, and this guy is 63. And all together, it's 133. So
I get one.
we're splitting, when we wrote those formula, what we're doing is we're splitting a large thing into 2 smaller things that are easier to figure out. But altogether, it's making the large thing. Do you guys get it?
Mm-hmm.
You can do that a lot with area, okay? You can do it when your area is one great big rectangle. You can split it. It's even more fun to do it when your area, we're going to learn this soon. Let's say you're building a house and you want your house to have 2 wings and then a smaller part in the middle like that. You can figure out that area by splitting it into rectangles, right? You could do that rectangle, and then that little guy in the middle, and then that guy, and add it all together to get your total area. And then if you were putting tile or wood floors, you'd add them all and you'd know how much to order, right? Get it? But we started with something pretty simple, just to put it, to get you guys thinking about splitting one big area into 2 smaller amounts and then putting them together.